This one here is by a sire that I do pride myself on. Cracking the new sires, finding the good ones. This one here with the late roaring line, we've only got one crop this year because he sadly died in New Zealand while shuttling after siring only one crop in the UK. So we best crack on with these. I've seen a couple, but they've all seemed a bit, I don't know, a bit iffy. Yeah, but this one here is a well-bred one. Yeah, a lot of them I think might need a bit more time, but this one here looks as though it's certainly heading in the right direction. You'll see it was fourth first time out, and then it won at Windsor the other night. Dubai Mile is the name of the horse. Quite a well-bred horse, I think people will see. You know, if they have a proper look at the pedigree of the horse. It's actually a half-brother to a dual-listed winner, and a horse that was fourth in the Group 1 Phoenix Stakes, and also a listed winner called Beach Bell. And that has also sired a listed winner, a folder listed winner, sorry, she has. Surf Dancer, used to be trained by Willie Agus, that's now in Australia. The dam of it was also placed in the Group 1. She was placed in the 2009 Pretty Polly, and she was also placed in the Group 2 and a listed winner herself. And there's a decent chaser in there as well. 152 rated chaser, Cape Gentleman. It was a novice last year. She was also the second dam of that. The second dam of this horse is a half sister to a horse that actually won the 2014 UK 1000 Guineas, called Miss France. And the third dam was actually also a Group 1 winning juvenile. She won the 1995 Group 1 Prix Marcel Boussac. She was also second in the 1996 French Oaks and the Allery. So there's enough there really in the first three dams to interest people, I think. They'll see it's a family 10E. You know, so what else can we sort of expect? You know, is it a decent classic winning line? It's hard to say really. You know, I looked at this pedigree here on the page earlier, and there's a few interesting horses quite closely related to it. It's quite an interesting line, but I wouldn't say it was one of the best I've seen by any stretch of the imagination. We're down here, and this one, VL Maison, you will see, is the 8th dam of the horse we're looking at. Related to some nice French winners in the 70s. Crystal Palace was champion French stallion once, won the French Derby. Got other horses there like Hermieres, won the 1961 French Oaks. Rescousse won the 1972 French Oaks. So you can sort of see what sort of horse we're sort of expecting. Quen Oil, foaled in 1916 and winner of the 1999 French Oaks. Is also, I think she's about the 11th or 12th dam of this horse. There she is. But you can see that it's had a good go in the 60s and 70s, this line, over around a mile and a half in France at classic trips, this immediate line. But it's hard to say really what you'd expect it to do moving forward, this one. You'd expect it to at least stay a mile and a half, wouldn't you? You'd look at some of the other horses you see in bold are all in France and Germany on this line, and there's not really much in apart from Miss France, who sadly the lady died. You see, Miss France might have even been the last classic winner on this line. Looking at these, you'd think there's not really nothing else jumping out at you, is there? Really, from 60s and 70s onwards, we're about on the best of it, aren't we? You'd have to say that. Looking at this line and the work this lady's done, you'd have to say that we're probably definitely towards the best part of it. A very unused line, 10E. So it'd be a nice one. It'd be a nice one to get to stud, this would, because it wouldn't have much competition. But before they do that, they've got to win some races with it. So let's watch it win last time out and see what we think, shall we? Get ready for the old At the Races bug. They've not fixed for years. Every time I seem to load a video, that comes up. Anyone encounters this on At the Race, all they have to do is refresh the page and it works. Yeah, I must have had to do this probably 1,000,000 times in the last 4 years. Classic At the Races buglet. Because there it is. It always finds it the second time, but not the first. On to the race.
I'll try my best, Jamie, thanks. Just about ready. Here we go. And they're off. Oh, slow to go. Go, Centre to go. On the debut, just missed the kick by a few lengths and trails them in the British Stallion Studs European Breeders' Fund Restricted Novice Stakes. The white-faced Dubai Mile, very much alert, leaving the stalls and leads in the white colours, going upsides almost Imperial Dream.
Yeah, he's quite an interesting jockey, that Daniel Muscat. I mean, I don't think he's that bad.
Muscat on board Dubai Mile, racing in third.
He's getting on a lot more better horses this year.
Caesar, and then Relentless Voyager, both of those in yellow colours. Then the blue and yellow Highland Flyer, and the bat marker, the slow starter, Go Centre to Go, is racing in the mauve and black diamonds. So heading around the turn, over in the far end of the loop, and the leader, striding out nicely too, is the son of Roaring Lion, Dubai Mile, out in front to Imperial Dream in second. Racing in third, Maximilian Caesar, trying to give away
not many classic tracks like Windsor.
Yellow with the white cross belts, yellow with the grey stars is Relentless Voyager, almost upsides as they're racing.
That's the only reservation I'd have with this horse at the minute. It's just not. It'd be a stone and a half off pattern form, you would think, at the minute in Group 2 level.
The final 3 furlongs, just chasing along Dubai Mile. He's just showing signs of greenness still, looking about him. He leads by a half length to Imperial Dream, poised in second. Maximilian Caesar gets a hurry up in third. Just short of room there, Maximilian Caesar too. Then Relentless Voyager, far side Go Centre to Go, and the back marker Highland Flyer.
The horse,
Dubai Mile.
Having a good look round, isn't it?
Danny Muscat leads by a half length to in second place Imperial Dream. He's got a bit left though, this leader, I think, Dubai Mile. He heads down for the final furlong now. Look at him stride. Dubai Mile opening up by 2 or 3 lengths to the others, and Dubai Mile is stretching out nicely. Another son of Roaring Lion to win. Dubai Mile for Danny Muscat and Charlie and Mark Johnson.
Pricked, green as grass.
Relentless Voyager, good late progress for second. Third, Maximilian Caesar.
You'd want them to be a lot more straightforward than that in a pattern race, wouldn't you? Damn. I mean, he said another Roaring Lion to win. He'll be struggling to find one that's won a pattern race, the commentator who said that. But you'd have to say that that's a nice horse, nice pedigree, and it strode away and it wasn't stopping at the end. It's up to a mile already, so you would be thinking that where they're going to go, they can't up it in trip anymore, they could, this year to 1 mile 2 criterion race. That's the Saint Cloud. But you'd have to say that if they can get this horse at pattern level this sort of year, then you'd have to move it forward into a classic trial up to 1.5 miles at 3. But if you look at what the Racing Post rated this race, 79, you see, they'd be racing at least 100 at pattern races at the minute. I mean, Charlie and Mark are not really known for their. It's in the Royal Lodge, you see. They know it could be a nice horse. It's got to win plenty more till it gets there yet, though, isn't it? Could it? Yeah, you see, dropping it back in trip. I was thinking, could it be an ACOM horse? You know, but looking at the pedigree of it, you wouldn't want it dropped back in trip, would you? It stays 1.5 miles. You know, you'd think it stays. But it'd be interesting to see what they do with it. I think it's an interesting horse, and it's one of them that I'm definitely going to have a look at until it proves to me that it's no good.